Hello everyone, welcome to the front-end project. Today we're going to see about how to create a front-end application with the help of external API by using React. Okay, so that's the topic that we're going to cover now. So everything I'm going to show you from scratch, so you can able to see how a project can able to build with from scratch, so without any disturbance. Even what API we're going to build, I have no idea. Let's go and search into the internet and find out an API, and from that an API we can going to build and print an application, and we're going to see. And this applications is specially meant for the beginners who want to build some project in the React.js. Okay, so if you already experienced with React.js and you know tons of CSS frameworks, that is absolutely good. But here it's going to be a normal CSS, how to handle React, and how the project is going to be worked, and how to create an application. And this will use a clear picture about how you can able to integrate your backend with your front end with help of APIs. So let's get started. So first, let me open and let us find out some API for our project. Okay, so I'm just going to say API for front end projects. So we have so much of things. I haven't searched anything. I just go here by the flow. Let's see that 6 API frontend should know about this, and they have Unflash API, placeholder, fake store API, and I pretty know about fake store API, and it is good for building an e-commerce site. And you can see that we have Instagram API, Open Weather API, MB API. I think we can go with this. Let us check with Guardian API. What is this Guardian API? Or else we can go with Fake Store API. That will be a great. We can create a lot of things with the front end application. When we go and search for Guardian API, so here it is going to be an open platform, and you can able to see this. What is this Guardian API is all about? Winning journalism, open to everyone, access 2 million pieces of content, incredible content apps for rich. Let me click on this. Okay, so it is for developer keys up to 1 call per second, 5,000 calls. So that this is not going to have any free support. It have a free support, but we need to look into the key, and we need to set a lot of things. I hope this. Okay, so this is not needed right now because we need to look into what is API and authentication and so much of things. So we go for free store API, fake store API, and that will be a better because I work with a lot, and I can explain what is API little bit twist, and the detailed API you can learn it from other videos of our channel. So that will be great. Okay. So what is actually API is? API is nothing but if I want to transfer my data, my information. Okay, so from one application to another, so the process is happened with the help of an API. So API is nothing but it is an application programming interface where a particular server is associated with the domain. So with the help of that, we can able to access a piece of data. Okay, and then we can able to use it. For example, here in this case, don't care about the ports and everything. Look at this one. Okay, so you can able to see it is basically an HTTP, right? And you can able to see it is a domain. fakestoreapi.com is a domain, and slash you can able to see this products, right? So this is an endpoint. So actually what we are getting is, if I go for you can able to see docs, you can able to see a clear user interface, right? You can able to get a neat user interface, right? But how the interface are coming from, where this interface are coming from? If it is a static website, that is absolutely fine. So what if some data that I want to get it from a backend, I need to use that one. Then this informations are coming from a particular database, particular database table that will be stored, and we will use that data in the front end. For example, if they want to update this data, okay, so they are not going to touch the code. Okay, so they are going to change. They have an admin access. They can have their own thing, so they can able to change it here. The data stored in the database is going to be different, and you can able to see this is an endpoint. Here docs is an endpoint, and I can able to see a graphical user interface. That's what UI is, right? So but here if I go for this endpoint, if I just go for this endpoint, and if I search for it, you can able to see what I'm getting. So I'm getting a pretty messed up JavaScript array object. So how can I find out it is a JavaScript array and object? You can able to notice that it is enclosed with a square bracket and a curly braces, right? So this is what an array object is. Okay, so and you can able to see a pretty little difference in the syntax that will be explained pretty soon. Okay, so what is that actually is? So in this endpoint, if someone asking for products, what I'm getting is I'm getting all the list of products. You can able to see get all the products. So what is this fake store JSON API is all about? It's all about a simple e-commerce, fake e-commerce API app. Okay. So in this particular route, if someone is asking in this particular route, so the backend server will run and it will go for the fake store API database. Okay, and it will get all the products that is inside that fake store API, and it will get that all the information and it will show to you in the front end. Okay, like this. So that's what it is. And now the problem is it is not something that the customers or the a person who's not like who's going to have any code or anything is not going to be understand this. So what I need to do is with the help of this data, okay, with the help of this data I need to create an user interface. So let me see a real example and then we can move on it. So let us go for what we can go for Amazon. Okay, let us go for Amazon and you can able to see this is actually an Amazon store, right? So I just search for an it's a just give and like this. So this is an Amazon store. I just click here for mobile and you can able to see all the mobile things that will be come here. Let me select something, some retailers, sellers. Pretty soon, kindly show it me, show the fonts. I just want the fonts result. Yeah, here comes the font results and everything, right? You can able to see this where these results are coming. You can able to see the results are coming from a particular, you can able to see a query and so much of things will be there. Okay, and this is actually the particular endpoint I'm asking for the filtering out. So that is what we have made here. So that's what it is. I just click for mobile accessories here and you can able to see yes, it is asking for a query that is matched with electronics and there is so much of routes here. Okay, so it will be an authentication and it can be an body parameter, so much of things is there. We can narrow down a parameter deeply. We will discuss that later. But I don't just understand. We are in a query parameter of electronics and it is giving me the returns in that electronics, right? So how this data are stored? Actually, it is also stored something like this. You can able to see the array nested object. So this is also stored in this particular route. We will get only this. Okay, so how can I check this? How can we check this and how can we achieve this? Okay, so I think hope I taught you about Postman in the last project we have discussed to check your routes and everything. Okay, so let me go and we will see and we will use the Postman and see how the request is going to happen. Okay, so now I just going to remove this one. So instead of this, let me go and I just going to give copy this one and I just going to paste it and I just going to give a send request. Okay, you can able to see how it is structured. You can able to see they have a key that have an I and that is an electronics and they have BB and these all are the like narrow downing things. These all are parameters that is narrow downing. You can see the params, right? So narrow downing to a particular niche and getting out the thing. So we are in a simple thing that we know and you can able to see pretty is here and it is giving me the entire HTML that what we are getting, the request ID and everything that we are getting. We are not able to access it. That's the reason. And if I go for JSON, you can able to see this one. This one is pretty. We need to get an access. That's the reason. So what I can go for Google. Okay, Google, and here I can search for just ask for Wikipedia, Wiki, and let me copy this one. And now it is just an idea about how what is the parameter and how it is taking and everything. Okay, okay, so I just going to remove this one and I'm going to paste this one And now you can able to see what all are the query parameters. So the Q is actually I'm searching for Wikipedia, and some narrow downing things is happening here. So if I search for it, you can able to see we are getting a bad request error because we are not able to access that one. So that's the reason. But you can able to see this one, right? So here I can remove all other parameters. Okay. So here I'm just giving search this. Um, so this one is set by the backend. Okay. So we don't want to worry about that. Google third. And I'm search for the query for wiki. I'm just giving a send request now. And here it's also a bad request. So what is happening? Basically we are searching for a particular route, and here we are not getting the access, but we can see the URL, right? We are searching for something and you are requesting for a particular query, and that is Wikipedia, and that's all comes under param. But right now our routes is very simple. We are created the routes is very simple. In the last class we have created like slash puppy slash German, like that, right? So here our routes are going to be very simple. You can able to see if I say slash product, I will get this one. So you can able to see if I give a product, okay, so I just search for this, okay. So because this is authenticated, we will get the JSON, no worries. You can able to see we are getting the JSON, okay. If I ask it in the HTML format, it will be like this, and like basically it is a JSON format, it will be storing here. I will come to JSON. What is that? And I just ask for fakestore.com, and now you will get the entire code, okay. So if I change that to JSON, that is also like here saying like this, it will be get here. And this particular route in this domain, if someone search for products, what is happening is products, okay. What is happening is from the Fakestore API database, they are fetching out the products, and here I can do a lot of things. For example, if I want only product one, what I want to do is here you can able to see the documentation they have given. How can I narrow down and I can use it? For example, this output, and you can able to see if I want product one, then just use /1. And if you want only 5 products, then you can see products, use the query string, limit is equal to 5. Use this one and you will get only 5 products. Okay, limit your results and sort the result. If you want to search for something and if you want to get something, then you can use this one. And see all the categories, just want these categories, and they are giving the routes pretty everything. And even if I want to post anything, that we can post it, but this is not going to cover for now. We're going to cover this things, okay. So how to get it and how can I build a user interface, something like this is what we're going to discuss, okay. So right now I'm getting this request, right? So what is JSON? So JSON is a format that used to store it in the database. We already discussed in the previous class, okay. With this format only in the MongoDB the database is stored, and you can pretty closely notice down that this JSON format is pretty close to JavaScript object, but the only difference is here the key is also having the double quotation and the value is also having the double quotation. That's what the difference is, and we can easily change it when once we are started working on it, okay. So that thing in JavaScript also we can able to work, and we can get the data and we can change it. I have done already a project in all the 4 hours of workshop. You can have a look into it. So now we're going to see about this one for React. How can we achieve interface with React, okay. So let's go and simple things, okay. I'm just going to create a file. Let's okay, just a minute. Once I open the file, let me show this to you. Front end React, okay. So this is what about my file is going to be. I will show you the file. This is an empty file. So here what are the things I need, okay. So again we need, just click on this more option. I need VS Code, that's going to be everything. I'm going to keep my code here, and I want a terminal, okay, so to contain all other things. So you can able to use git bash here, you can able to use okay, git bash here, terminal and everything. So what I want to set up here is, so if I want to use React, first I need to install React for my local project, okay. So for installing React, just say npx, okay, create dash react dash app. So this application that you want to build, like you need to, the command that you need to write, and it will build a pre-built application for you. Then you can delete everything and then we can able to use it, okay. And what is the name that I'm going to give for this? The name is going to be an e-commerce application. I just say TWD ecom, TWD ecom, e-commerce. Okay. Let me make it very small. Ecom. Okay, like this. Okay, and it will start to run, and it will what it will do means the npm is going to run, and it is going to create an application. You can see an application is started to create. You can able to see an ecom folder is created, and if inside this folder it is started to work, and it is fetch all the detail, all the things that we need to start our application. It is going to be show up here, and we can start to build on. So once it is installed, so now our workers, we're just going to create how to get the routes from the API. Right now we have the routes to show all the products. We're going to get the routes, okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to create an user interface with the help of this route, and if possible we're going to add some more JavaScript functionality in the React, and we can see somehow how can we upgrade this app to the entire full stack application. Also we can able to see it if we have the enough time to cover that. We will cover that also. Okay, so just have, you can able to see what all it is installing and everything. Here you can able to see inside this it is installing everything. Okay, so you will get a sample application that will contains the React logo, and it is keeps on like animated React logo. So what our work is, just delete everything. Don't want anything, just want to delete everything, and you need to start your work. That's what you need to do is, that's what we going to do is. Okay, and it's a beginner friendly project. If you already don't know anything about React, just follow the command, you will came to know. But JavaScript is must. Without JavaScript, this will not going to have. JavaScript plus ES6 is going to be must. Without those things, so it has been a little bit tough for you. Not tough, it's really tough for you. Is not going to understand for you. So just have a look into that. Then you can jump into here. It will be a pretty okay process. Okay. So yeah, let me see what is happening. Okay. Okay. Okay, so it is installing. Meanwhile, I can give you another update also. In the last project, we have created a doc API that will show the doc information, that will do all the create, read, update, and delete functionality, and also like put patch and so much of things we have discussed, right? So those things, then what I need to do is I need to host. Okay, so I need to host that into two things I need to do. One is I need to host the database to the cloud, either the MongoDB. I use MongoDB, so I can use the MongoDB cloud directly, and then I need to get a server from the third-party server provider, like, or you can go for the cloud server providers like AWS, or you can go for Netlify or Vertical, like that. And you need to host those projects, and once you hosted it, then you will get a domain. You need to domain. Okay, once you get a domain, then our project is also something look like this, so you can see, for example, I getting a domain that fake a dogs.api.com. That is a domain for me, and if I ask for puppy, it is going to give me puppy. If I ask for, oh no, for example, our dogs is dogs. If I use dogs, then it will use all the information about dogs. If I narrow down dog slash puppy, then what will happen? I will get the information about that puppy. Okay, so like this. So like this only, this is also built. So they created the 7 routes that we can perform to create a CRUD application. Once it is created, then we can put it in a server that anyone can access it, because in my local system I can able to access it, but not other person can able to access it. So we need to put it in the database also. We need to put it in a cloud, and we need to put the server in the cloud, and then we need to connect it. Okay, you can use any server provider, any database provider, that's up to you. MongoDB, you can go with that. Okay, so we are using that. Okay, so yeah, it's still installing. So let me quickly stop this video. Once it is installed, I will just resume this video again. Okay, okay, yeah. Okay guys, thank you for the patient. Okay, it is completed almost. We're going to discuss the remaining thing. Okay, so yeah, it is done. Now we have completed, and notice that you can see where is our terminal is. The terminal is in the folder named frontend React. So what is the terminal that I want to go with? Like, what is the folder path that I want to go with? I need to go for this ecom. So for that, you can able to see the suggested command that you can begin start typing, that is cd changing directory to the folder that what you need to go. So just say cd to ecom. Okay, so now you can able to see that we are get inside this. Okay, so basically it is the we are handling, we are like controlling the computer with the help of the terminals. Okay, so that's what it is. And now next thing what I need to do is npm start. That's what it is, npm start. Okay, once I run this, you can able to notice that it will automatically set up a server for us in the browser in a particular route. We can able to get that. You can see starting a development server in localhost 3000, it is automatically setting up the localhost. Okay, and you can able to see what is the thing that it is installed. Okay, so I don't want the terminal anymore. Okay, so you can able to see this folder is installed, right? So inside this folder, this application is there. That's what the thing is. Okay, so now I hope that you already know about the beginner basics. Let me go for the project and we will do this. Okay, so the first thing that what I'm going to do is, if you don't know about beginner basics, in the last month we have taken a React class for beginners. It will be covered a lot there for beginners to understand the structure, folder and everything. So the thing is, it's just going to delete everything if you know the reason why. Okay, so it's just going to delete this, this, keep this index.js, delete this, delete this, delete this, edit public, delete everything, keep this index.html, delete, delete, delete. Okay, that's it. So now what is the errors that we are encounter is, the error is some of them are not found. That's the reason. So in index.html we have this imported lot of things. So that's the reason we don't want it. I just going to remove this one. And if I save it, now what is the error that we are getting? App is not defined. What is app? So app is something that is here we have imported, and this is the component that is going to render it in our index.html, and that is will show it in our user interface. So what I want to do is I want to create a component. So it is going to create a folder. We can create a component. Is going to be our component folder where I can put all my components and everything here. And here inside, not this, inside this SRC, I'm just going to paste an app.js. So this is going to act like our top component. It will contains a group of them small components. Okay. So in app.js, I'm just going to create a function based component. I'm not going to use a class based component. So for creating a function base component, I just going to create this one, and you can I used a shortcut called RFCE. So that will create a function based component basic structure, and you can able to see the same name the file contains, we will get the component also. And here I just save this now, and now I just give a refresh. Still app is not defined. Go for index.js. You can able to notice that we have exported here, we need to import here to use it. So I just going to say import app from app.js. And now what we are getting, web ideal is not defined. Okay, so I don't want, I remove that, so I don't want this function. So now we are getting this app. Sorry, you can see it here. So we are getting this app. So that's the reason we having this. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to create a basic structure with the help of Bootstrap. So we can install Bootstrap and we can use that one also. But for now, I just going to use the CDN Bootstrap, and I'm going to get some basic structure for my application. So I just go for Bootstrap and search for Bootstrap. Bootstrap. Okay, I just go and sorry, Bootstrap. Let us go Bootstrap 5. So this is what I wanted. I just go here, click it, and I just want, you can able to see this links, right? Just copy this link. Okay, and copy this link also. So for JavaScript, to do the Bootstrap integration for JavaScript purpose, we can use. Come for index.js and paste it above the title. Okay, so I'm just going to mention it as Bootstrap. Bootstrap. Okay, and here I just going to paste it this one. So this is going to be a Bootstrap link, and this three things is going to be our JavaScript link. Paste it in the bottom of the body tag. Okay, and I just going to say JavaScript for Bootstrap like this. Okay, and I'm going to paste this one, and below this I'm just going to paste this one. Okay, and if I save it, that's it. Now what I can do, I can need some of the components. So I just go for, I think we have examples. Go for here. I'm going to use some of them. Okay. So the thing is, let us use this dashboard. This look nice. Just go here, and you have this. But what I want is, what I want is, you have this. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, so let me use a kind of thing here. What I'm going to do, uh, but how to copy the code. Okay, to go for components, docs. Go for components or layouts. When we click column, like this is fine. I just want to go for customize components. Yep. Okay, let us go for a neighbor. Probably we're going to encounter an error called class. Okay, so that we will rectify later. So now inside this, I'm just going to create now dot jsx. Okay, so this one, and I just going to say or of ce. That's it. And you need to wrap everything inside a fragment or and do this. What you need to do is, and here I just going to paste everything. Just paste it here. And probably what all are the errors that we're going to face is the closing tag, self closing tag for every tag, and also you need to face an error called classes. So classes, that is fine, but self closing tag, it will throw as an error. So close everything wherever you are having the input tag, vr tag, hr tag, and everything. So once it is done, come here, import the navbar. This is the first thing that we're going to import. Okay, we have an auto fetch also. So here, instead of app, I just going to say now. Okay, so now this is the one thing that I want is, now, yeah, this component that I want, close it, self close it, go here, react app, we have get the now, boom. So that's it. This is going to be our javascript is also working and everything is also working. If you you can able to see this one. Okay, again clicking, it is not working. Okay, that is fine. If you have time, we will add it. Okay, so because somehow the javascript is not working, so that is the reason. That's fine, that's fine. Okay, so now the thing is just a plus, this is okay. And I just want to create a sidebar. Okay, so go here, search for server side sidebar super sidebars. So I just want this sidebars. Yeah, this is the sidebars, kind of sidebars I wanted. So what can I do? What we can do is, docs, components, components can glow with spin sidebars now models. Okay, we don't have any sidebars. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so in examples only we are having it. Okay, I'm getting the source code. No, I don't want this one. Okay, because here we will contain the inside the source code we will contain everything. But we don't want it. Okay, okay. So what we can do, this is enough. So now I just want to create, where is my application here? I don't want this this this. Okay, I'm going to create my application bottom of the down. Okay, so let me create another component that is going to be our uh, container component. So I'm just going to save this one as a cart.jsx. Okay, and here just same or fce. Okay, I'm just going to paste it here. And the thing what I need to do, app.js, cart. If I save it, we'll get this cart. So here only we're going to render all the cart details and everything. Okay. So first, let me see what are the things that I'm going to do. So what are the things that I want is you can use the div also, no problem. Okay. So yeah, here I just going to say this is going to be contain an h1 that is going to contain. Let me say that wall, or we can go and say that mm, take take store PL cost like this. And yeah, the bootstrap is working. Okay, you can use the bootstrap also for naming the things, class name. For example, you can use the container fluid like that. You can able to see a little bit space, and you can see that reducible and see this one. Okay, so you can use bootstrap functionality also to arranging things and everything, but in our case we can go with normal uh, styling. Okay, so I'm not going to use this, so I'm going to use the normal styling. So what are the cases that you can use normal styling is simple. You can give a class name and you can add it in css file, you can add it, or you can use an inline styling also. So I will show you both. Okay, for example, this one, for this one, let me keep this as a div and make this as a div also. Okay, and here I just going to say class name. Okay, so here I just give the class as container. Okay, and what I can do, okay, so this class name actually container is also a bootstrap class, that's the thing, so it is also coming here. If I say container fluid, you can able to see the difference what is happening here. Okay, so let me keep this like this. Okay, and what we can do is, yeah, so these are our bootstrap classes. If you want to add your own styling, inline styling is simple. Style, use a curly braces, and again use a curly braces because you need to add an object here. And if I want to say that this one is going to have the color, okay, so the color is going to be, let's say, like blue. Okay, it should be in a quotation. That's another thing. Okay, you can able to see the changes, and you can able to change, inspect, go for here, and just hover over it and find out your right color, and it will be changed. Just copy this code, and I just want this color to my front end. So this is the code that is going to be have. So now here inside this, I just going to have what I'm going to do. I just going to manage my states, right? So initially it is going to be an empty thing. So I just want a state. So I just going to use state here. Okay, const. This is going to be our cart data. So I just say product. Okay, product, and then I just going to say set product. People who don't know about hooks, little bit tricky. So this is nothing but useState is a hook to maintain a centralized data in our component. So it will be that component, it will be accessible inside that particular component everywhere. Okay, we can use it. And useState contains, it is an array. If we execute a useState, it is going to be an array. One is here, it will give a value. For example, I will give a value, it is an empty array. Okay, so the value is going to be, the product value is going to be an empty array, and the set product is going to be a default function that is used to change the value of the product. Okay, so here for example, here if I ask it in the, so if you want to write in JSX, if you want to write JavaScript inside an HTML, then you need to use this curly braces, and here I just say console.log what is kindly what is log, what is product is. Okay, so right now the what is going to be the product, the product is going to be an empty array. So I'm just going to right click inspect. You can able to see we are getting an empty array, and that is having that. Instead of this, you can use an use state. Just call this use state, and you can see what we are getting. This is that we are getting, that is also going to be an array. The use state is going to be an array. So the array is going to be first value, it is going to contain 0. That is going to be the value that we are passing here. Right now I passed an empty array, so that's why we have empty array. So instead of this, if I pass 1, now you can able to see an array value with 1, not this. Okay, so yeah, here, okay, so I'm calling here empty array. I just calling use state. Okay, you can able to see this structure undefined, and you can able to see this function. So this undefined, here I don't pass anything, that is why undefined. If I pass 1, then probably you will get 1. You can able to see the value that we are passing, that is what we are destructuring in the product, and a function that is to change the product. Okay, that's all about use scope. Okay, like use state is all about. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a JavaScript functionality. So I'm just going to remove it, and also I'm going to show an empty array. Okay, so I'm just going to say that, and conditional checking, I'm going to check it. If the product is having an empty array, then I need to render a component that is going to be our loading component. Okay, so I'm just going to say, how can we say this? We know this product is going to be an array, and I just say dot length, okay, is triple equal to 0. Okay, if the product length is triple equal to 0, then I need to execute a component that is going to be an loading component. So I just go and create the component called loading loading.jsx. Okay, and here I just say rfce. Okay, so here I just going to create that loading component. Okay, so let me check it whether here we have any component that will help us to load. Just go here and customize layout forms help us. Radio text box position, I just say utilities, forms, content. This one is layout, component. Where is component? Here, alert code, carousel, collapse, navbar. These are all components. Tooltip. No, we don't have any loading components. So what I can do, I can write loading. Okay, uh, loading. So here you can use the spinning animation, rotating things and everything. Okay, create a div and use the css to rotating like this. Okay, so here what I'm going to store, I'm just going to store the loading. Okay, so this is what I'm going to store it. If I save this, and I need to say that, right? If it is true, I need to run it. If it is not, I don't want to run anything. So if I go here and let me, not location, sorry, it's going to be a loading this component. Okay, so now you can able to see this loading is coming here. Okay, if you want to align it to the center, you can align it. Absolutely, that is up to you. You can place wherever you want the styling things. Right now it is showing loading. If you want to use the internal styling, you can use it here. I'm just going to say some default styling. Okay, so I just going to say the text. Okay, we can see the font family. Let me make this to cursive. Okay, and then font size, we have this as 28 pixel, like this. Okay, now you have this loading, and you notice this is also a JavaScript camel case sensitive, like an object, not like this one. Okay, so you can use this like this. Okay, and where it is, I simply put here, I will create a container that's going to be a div. Okay, so the div that is going to contain these things. Okay, inside. Okay, we copy this and we can paste it. Okay, so right now it is not here. Okay, so it is rendering anything. So here also I need to create a component. This component is going to contain all our data inside here. So what I'm going to do is just create another component that is for our, let me say the product.jsx. This is going to contain all the products. Okay, so out of CV, okay, out of CV, and here I just make it this, come to this part, and here we can add the product. Okay, okay, PRODUC product. Okay, so this product component is going to run when you see this component. Yeah. Okay, so this product as component is going to run when this array is not empty. For example, if I add 1 inside this array, now we are getting this product component. If it is an empty, then we are getting this loading component. Okay, so this is going to be what we are doing. So as soon as initially it is going to be there, once it is done, what I want to do is, once the component is completed, what I want to do, I just want to render another component. Okay, I just want to, so like once the component is rendered, as soon as I need to do something, so that's why here comes the next hook, the use effect. So I'm going to use the use effect hook. Okay, and check it whether the whatever the hooks that you are using, that is imported from React or not. Okay, so this use effect is basically going to take up a function. Okay, it's going to take up a function. This hook is going to take up a function, and it is also going to take up a side effect. So here we can mention according to what it need to change. Right now we don't want to mention anything, so because as soon as this is render, and it is going to do something. Okay, so here what I can do, I can say set a product is going to be our function, and here set product is going to be, and I just going to say set product is going to be an array that contains name, like this. Okay, and now if I save it, you can notice one thing. I just refresh it. Okay, so here what we can do, we can use the set timeout functionality to make a little bit delay. Okay, I'm just going to say set timeout. Okay, this is going to also take up a function. Okay, and this function will execute with certain delay. Let me execute this with 2 seconds delay, it is millisecond. I'm just going to cut this one, and I'm going to paste it here. Okay, and if I run this, save it, and run, and save it, and I just refresh this one, you can see after 2 seconds we will get this product. You can notice the delay, right? 1 2 product, 1 2 product. So what is happening here is, so initially when the React reads the code, it was reading the product, and it is going to say loading. And once everything is set, the use effect hook, once React renders the component, the use effect hook is going to run. So the use effect hook, it will takes, you can see it will take up a function. Inside I will create a set time mode. The set time mode is going to delay the process by 2 seconds. We don't want it. We want it only after we fetch every data. So we are delaying the process by 1 second. And here I use the set product. I already mentioned the set product is going to be a function that is used to change your product state. And here you can able to see I'm telling that change the default array. We have this array 2, inside this you're going to have an object, just change this. So once I change it, what can I'm getting? I'm getting this product, right? I'm getting this, the product is changed. So what happened to React is, React always renders and re-renders the component. Once the product is set, it will render the component. Once the product is changed, like once the state is changed, again the React will render it. That's how the DOM manipulation is going to happen. Okay. So now what I want is, once the product is changed, I need to pass this product as a props to this product, right? So I'm just going to say cart, okay, equal to, I just want to pass the product. Okay, just want to pass the product, or you can do one thing. Here itself we can do the thing. Okay, what we can do this means, we can use the product props. Okay, product dot we can use map. Okay, this map is going to return this one, this product. Okay, here it is going to contain the item. Okay, it's going to contain the item, and I'm going to pause this item as, and remember that we need to pause a key also. So the key, I just going to pause the index as my key, index. Okay, so it is going to be my index, so otherwise it will throw a key error. So and I just going to pause the item as item, like this. Okay, so now I can go and I can be able to get the item here. Okay, so I just going to say props. Okay, come here and I just ask for console.log what is props, what is props. Right click, inspect, go console. You can get an object and you can able to see we are getting the item. So instead of this, if I use item, I'm destructuring there itself. I'm asking for what is item, and here you will get the item name object, this one. Okay, so now what is my work is, I need to fetch the data from the API here, and I need to set this object going to be the fake store API JSON, like fake store API slash this one. I need to fetch, instead of this array, I need to store this array. Okay, how can I do this? Well, let's see. I don't want the set timeout, and I just going to send this. And here what I going to do is, I just going to comment off this one. First we're going to write the asynchronous process. So I just going to say this is going to be an async. Okay, and I just going to say const. Okay, I just going to say the data that I'm fetching. Okay, it is going to be a wait. Need to wait for the fetch functionality to complete. So what is the routes that I want to fetch it? Is going to be the product JSON, like the JSON format. And once it is completed, then I just want to pass down into an object. So I just say res equal to data.json. It is going to pass down our data, and here also I'm going to use the await keyword. Okay, just going to use this await keyword. Okay, and here I just going to, what I going to do, I need to set this res as my product. So what I'm going to do is, you can say set the data as the res. Now let us check what is happening. If any error is throws, we will change it according to it. You can able to see destroy is not a function, so we are facing an error. Let me see that what is the error is. Okay, so the error is coming from, so it is telling that the error is coming from any everything. So let me do one thing. So what I'm going to do is return. Okay, and return I'm going to say res. Okay, like this. And here let me put the console log and let me check this one, what is happening. So before setting this, remove this, still we are getting console dot log. Okay, what is res, whether we get the res properly or not. Okay, we are getting the res, we are getting the res. Okay, okay, I think we use, okay, instead of, just a minute, instead of async and await in use scope, I just use the then function. Okay, fetch, and I can say dot then, and you can use the response. Okay, and res dot, okay, here I can say whether we are getting the response or not. Okay, we can check that one, so that's important. And okay, let me right click, and I just going to say inspect in the console. Yeah, we are getting this array. Right now we need to pause this dot then, and I just going to say res dot json. Okay, and here we will get the data, and I'm asking, can you tell it in the console what is data, what is going to be data. Okay, so the data is going to be an array nested object. So instead of console, just want to say set product is going to be data. So now, yeah, we are getting the product and we launch it. You can able to see product like so much of things here. So the reason behind is because in product we have added only. So here we need to fetch the item that we are getting. So the items you can able to see it in the console. The object is going to be the item. So I'm going to destructure here what all are the things that I wanted. Okay, so I'm just going to say const item is going to be an object, and I'm going to destructure the image. Okay, you can able to see here everything. Okay, I'm just going to destructure the image, price, and then description, and then what is well other thing, category is there, and title is there. Title is needed. So I'm just going to say title like this, and if I save this and I'm asking for here is going to be a title, then probably, so not this like this, you need to use the variable title. Okay, probably you get all the title of it. Okay, so now the next thing what I need to do, so well, we need to create the user interface. Okay, so the css part you need to create. So just say title. No, this is going to be an h1. It's going to contain a title, and I'm going to have an src, sorry, an image mg tag, and make sure you have to close the self-closing tag also like this. And here I just going to place the image. Okay, we are getting the images also, and the next thing is going to be the price. So I'm just going to say the uh, and h3. This is going to be the price. Okay, and if I save this, we can able to get the prices also. So let me do some styling, then it will be little bit gooder. So just going to style here itself because we don't have that much time, so that's the reason. So just going to say display is going to be flex. Okay, and I just going to say okay, here it is going to be display, which is fine. Okay, we add this one here the component that is wrapping this. Okay, it is going to be a display flex. Style is going to be the display is going to be the flex. We need to wrap it in the quotation display flex, and then I just say flex wrap is going to be wrap is going to be wrap, and it is going to do this. And let me copy the same thing. If we shorten the image, most of the styling work will be completed. Okay, so copy this style, copy paste it in the image, and set the height. So let me consider 300 pixel as the height. Okay, now the remove this one, and the width is also again the 300 pixel. Okay, now you can able to get this kind of thing, but the title is little bit big, and the this div is big. I'm just going to give the width for this width take up the 30% of the container. Okay, so that's what you need to do, 30% to make it little bit align closer. Okay, So now you can able to get this one. Okay, and what I can do this do with here is take up the 30% width, it will give the margin is equal to 20 pixels. Okay, now you can able to see something like this. Okay, okay, and we add the same styling. Yeah, only because of the styling, all other things which we have done, the styling that you can able to also do with normal CSS and you can do it quickly. For example, let me show you that how can we add the normal CSS and we can paste it here. Okay, so normal CSS, go here, you can create a file, not here, here you can create an app.css file. Okay, and I just say the head, I just say head, it's going to be the font, because here it is going to be everything like CSS, so it is going to be very good and neat. Okay, so that's the reason. And then font size is going to be like I can say like larger, something like this. And now what I want to do is come here and add the class name as head. And one more thing is go for app.jsx and import the CSS here, dot slash app.css, import it here. Okay, dot, I think it is here only, dot css, yes. uh, okay, I think it is applied. For checking this, instead of this I can say 32 pixel. Let me see, class name, we added the class name product h1, class name is going to be a hit, and add the app, for example let me, okay, dot, now you can get this like this. So now you can style the height also for the particular container, and you can change the, here instead of pixel you can say like it's going to be the height. What is the div height? We don't set the height, so let me set the height. Two more changes, it will be look much more neater. So height is going to be like we can say like 500 pixel height. Okay, so yeah, like this, because it look like an object. And here I can say like the width is going to be uh, 70% of the container width. Okay, and the height is going to be 60% of the container width. Okay, now you can able to get this one. Still this you can able to see this pretty overlapping things, right? So it is like for each and every name something is big, something is small. So what you can do is you can do further, you can use what can we do is uh, you can slice down the string, you can cut the string for a particular word and you can use it here. Okay, so you can say like for example slice the string, you can use the method slice string in javascript. Just search for it and you can able to see, get this slice method, and you can able to see that up to which method that you can able to slice it. Okay, so from the position 3 to end, it starts from 0 to 5, so it will slice it. So what can I do is here I can say const uh, uh, new title equal to, I can say title dot slice 02, I can say like 20, like this. Okay, and I can use the new title as my title. So now if I save this, you can able to see the titles of slides, and we are getting this application very quick. Okay, now it is little bit neater and cleaner. So same like this you can use, and you can change down the border, and you can, the styling part that you can do, and you can change whatever things that you want to add for the further alteration that you want to build. You can build like this here. And also what the other thing that you can build, you can build a sidebar, you can build the other functionality, add to cart functionality. If someone clicks it, it will redirect to another page, and here that you can fetch all the product that is adding to the cart. Okay, so basically the server side, so that is considered server side. So this is a front end project. Basically we have covered it in 1 hour, and we can able to get it. And make sure this idea is really helpful, because the next project we're going to create an user management system that will be really helpful. With help of front end, we are not going to use the React, but that will be going to really helpful for this thing. And this is how we will work with and do this. And the CSS is not that great, I accept that, but you can create your own CSS according to your need, and change this application to an entire full stack application. And you don't want to use the Bootstrap, you can use your custom made things, and that will help a lot. And you can add this project as your portfolio project, that with help of an API you have created a lot of things in the front end. And that's all for that. That's all for today. Make sure that give a like and subscribe if you really like this. And this content is very simple, you can able to easily understand, and you can able to create this project very quick and add to your portfolio. If you are a beginner to a React developer, you want to apply for an internship or anything, this will really helpful. And the next project is also we're going to create with Node.js, a backend project we're going to do. And see you in that time. Bye.